People that are looking for LeBron, they're kind of like they're lost souls. They need the next piece. They need another. They feel like he could be the tipping point for their team or whatever it is. Brunson is not a part of that. Brunson has his own private club with his team in place. We got our own thing. We got it locked over here. Everything is copacetic. We're the champions. We feel strong. We love the personnel that's around us. Why would we let disruption and distraction come our way? All that other stuff, that's for those other teams. You want to go play and entertain yourselves, but it ain't coming Brunson's way. Well played.
Fanatics Fest took place this last couple of days, and the beast of NYC, the king of New York, Jalen Brunson, was certainly there, front and center, talking about a lot of things, but he also talked about, that decision that a certain self-proclaimed king has to make, and whether or not Jalen Brunson thinks it's his responsibility to recruit players like LeBron and other superstars to New York. Visual aid. Roll the clip.
You pitch to a certain player who's in free agency right now who has yet to decide where he wants to go to probably come to New York. I'm just asking.
You guys want to know? You guys want to know? All right.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna love me for this. I got asked this question recently, and I answered it perfectly, truthfully. My job is to go out there, dribble the ball, put the ball in the hoop.
Yes.
Try and play a little defense. There's people who are above me that make jobs who determine who's on the team and who's not. So I leave the pitching to them.
So the latest finals MVP says it's not his job to pitch and recruit. And you know what? When you win, you can do that. And you can answer that question just like he did. King of New York, Jalen Brunson. And as Al's predicted, going to be the winner of the MVP next year in the league regular season. So ain't nobody going to be able to touch his ass, Al, come 2027.
Yeah, man. I like that answer too. I like Brunson got a little, he's always like humble, but I noticed since he won, he's got a little edge to him now. Like he don't feel like he has to like over explain anything to anybody. And that was a good answer what he said. He said, "Oh, it's not my job." And he didn't call him. Remember, Rich Paul was on the podcast. Oh, Jalen Brunson, I have to call him. Brunson, I don't need to call him. Let these other guys are calling him, leaving him voicemails and all that bullshit. Brunson is making it clear by not saying anything. He's making it clear. I'm the guy. I got the ring. I'm one of the best in the league. And next year he's gonna come and he's gonna try to go take that MVP. And this is why New York loves Brunson. We're liking his little swagger turn up. He's still being himself. He's still being humble, but he ain't over explaining himself. And he's just all about business. He's talking about his team, and he's talking about coming back next year. He ain't being a part of all the circus and the sideshow. He ain't got time to think about that. Perfect answer. Move on.
Hey, Paul, you've been the king of 3 words, run it back. So when you hear the king of New York, the latest king of New York, saying it's not my job to recruit, he's got his OG, he got his Cat, he got his McHale, he got his Josh Hart. Ain't no place for LeBron to play on this team. How do you feel?
I like his focus, man, his humbleness. You can see it. All he's worried about is his team, himself and his team, what his job is going into next season. That's what I take from him when I see him talk. Remember, he's the big dog in town. Brunson's still being celebrated as such.
Yeah. Listen, he's not looking for LeBron. Like people that are looking for LeBron, they're kind of like they're lost souls. They need the next piece. They need another. They feel like he could be the tipping point for their team or whatever it is. Brunson is not a part of that. Brunson has his own private club with his team in place. we got our own thing. We got it locked. We got it locked over here. Everything is copacetic. We're the champions. We feel strong. We love the personnel that's around us. Why would we let disruption and distraction come our way? That's how he's talking right now. That's what he's saying. So all that other stuff, that's for those other teams. You want to go play and entertain yourselves, but it ain't coming Brunson's way. It was well played.
Yeah, if you need a push over the top, Philadelphia, go get him. Miami, you need a push, go ahead, go get him. Cleveland, you need a push, go get him. Minnesota, go get him. We don't need him in New York. The Knicks don't need him. We got a ring 2026. We don't need him. Don't need him. Part of that ring process was the deals that Leon Rose, general manager, president of the New York Knicks, made to get this team to where it is. OG, Mikal, Josh Hart, Karl-Anthony Towns. But you wouldn't be able to make those deals and sign those players to new contracts without having a certain captain of your basketball team and now finals MVP taking a haircut, $100 million, setting the standard, as Paul likes to say, in regards to other teams following him. Following Jalen Brunson, who took that $100 million haircut and talked about it at Fanatics Fest. Roll the clip.
But you did something very unique that not very many people have done. And now people are like, hold on, JB, you shouldn't have done that. You took a little less money in order to be able to keep the team together or build the team that you felt that can win a championship. And now you see teams like using that BS excuse about the second apron, about not wanting to go in the second apron. And, you see, that's one of the reasons that the Boston Celtics gave for trading Jalen Brown. What are your thought process? And it seems like the Players Association said, we're going to try to get rid of that second apron because teams they're using it as an excuse to potentially not to play individuals. What are your thoughts on that?
I think there are pros and cons to it. Obviously, we would have, because of the second apron, we had to lose Mitch, but I would have obviously loved to have him back. He was a big part of what we've been able to do. Yeah. I think it's the way you look at it. Everyone was talking about prior to the second apron, prior to the last 8 teams being different champions. Like, we have too many super teams, you have too many players going to one team, and then you have these dynasties, and now we have 8 different teams winning, and now it's like, oh, now it's like a participation trophy. Like, yeah. Like, what are we doing? Like, you guys want competition, or you guys don't want super teams? Like, what is it? So there's pros and cons to it. For me, I just navigate the best way I can. Is just control what I can control. I mean, it is what it is.
It seems to me like they want someone they can hate. It's kind of hard to hate somebody that just wins one. When you see when the Lakers started winning, man, we hate the Lakers. Or when the Bulls win, we hate the Bulls. They hate when teams win. The Warriors, people hated the Warriors because like, that's too much. That's too much. And now, like you said, you get parity. You get teams winning every year, and you don't really know. At the beginning of the year, like, ain't nobody beating Shaq and Kobe. Nobody's beating KD, Steph, and Clay, and Draymond. Nobody's winning that. So now we really don't know who's going to win at the end of the year. And it seemingly people are getting upset because they don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I feel like when something happens and then it becomes a norm, people tend to like switch. Like, all right, what can we find something new? What can we complain about now? But I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, I mean, I do it all over again. I don't care. I sacrifice whatever. I mean, we want. It was worth it.
Yeah, at some point in some time, we're gonna have to keep from having Jalen Brunson explain why he took the $100 million haircut, because the result was an NBA Finals MVP, and they won a championship for the first time in 53 years. That is priceless. There's no amount of money you can put on that. From a personal standpoint, you might think, well, he gave up $100 million. Guess what? Old boy's gonna get that money. Okay, Jalen's gonna get that money. Not only that, the conversation was once about giving up 5 draft picks for Mikal Bridges. You know what? F those draft picks now. You got a championship. So now, a lot of those things that people worried about prior to June in the NBA Finals, stop worrying about it. You have a team that won an NBA championship. Winners.
Yes, sir. Not everything's gonna work out. There's a lot of shuffling. Like you said, everybody complaining about Mikal Bridges, the 5 picks. Not everything works out, but it kind of did work out, because Bridges contributed and Bridges makes our guy comfortable. Bridges makes Brunson comfortable. So those 5 picks were worth it. That's why we got a ring. And you heard what he said. He said, I'll do it all over again. And the first thing he said was about the second apron and everything was, yo, we lost our guy Mitch. So Brunson, Brunson is a good leader, bro. Like the team revolves around him. He's like the soul of the team, even though he's very soft spoken, whatever. They trust him. Like, remember what they used to say, the Patriots, they used to say, we believe that we could do anything because Tom Brady's with us. Tom Brady's going out there with us. And no matter what position they were on the field, what position you played on the field, where you were in the game, you were down by 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. They all said we believed we could do anything because Tom Brady was going out there on the field with us. It's the same exact thing with Brunson. And it's been proven because you saw the biggest comeback in NBA history in the finals. They believe they could do anything with Brunson. So this guy, he's special. Brunson is special. He's telling you he'll do it all over again. And I think they legitimately changed the NBA. That formula, outside of doing awesome in your draft and stocking up on draft picks and ending up like OKC or the Spurs, that long, drawn-out formula that's risky, outside of that and a super team, this is option 3 now. There's a third option how to create your team. And it's somebody got to take a haircut, and you hope management can, with the savings, manage it well and get the proper parts and put it all together, and then it all gels. So, I don't like super teams. I don't like them. They're exciting, but like we said, it's a 2-3 year rental. You don't love the team. You don't get to love your team. You end up just loving a player, and then the player leaves. So this is the best of both worlds. You get to love your team. It's not a super team, and your team stays together for a certain amount of years. So the Knicks formula, I'm with it. Brunson led the charge on that.
You know what, Uncle Lenny? Do you see how in tune Jalen Brunson is with the ultimate goal here? And that's winning the chip, winning the ring. He looking out for his team. I like what he said at the end about the sacrifice that he made and that he would do it again. That says a lot. And you see that trend happening now, the way the teams are building their rosters. Superstar teams are over.